Okay, so it's Thursday, August 20th at 6:06 p.m. That's a good day simply because I had shot number cuatro of testosterone and I am 41 days on T. Testosterone! Woo! Kind of exciting. Last night I had dinner at my favorite restaurant with my family. I went to Rock Bottom Brewery and I had my favorite black bean veggie burger. I went to Saz's today for lunch with my sister, and then tonight we are having pasta and cheesy garlic bread, and so it's just kind of like a food festival. You gotta get in your favorite food before you leave, and I'm not really a good cook. So yeah. But I wanted to make this video. Hello. Hey there. I wanted to make this video about what does it mean to me to be transgender? Because I feel like it means a lot of things to different people, and everyone has their own views, everyone has their own experiences with being trans, and I kind of want to analyze what it means to me to be trans. And, I'm a QPOC, I'm a queer person of color, so, yeah, maybe my experience is different than someone else's. So what does it mean to me to be transgender? Well, it means, to me, just off the top of my head, that I'm going to be on hormones for the rest of my life, is what it means. That I am going to be continually molding and creating the man that I am. I'm a self-made man. So that's kind of what it means to me to be transgender, that I am building from the ground up the person that I know that I am. I am becoming my authentic self. So yeah, that's kind of exciting. Being transgender also means that I kind of am continuing to fight an uphill battle against society, and I'm kind of continually having to prove to myself and to others that I am who I am, and having to almost defend myself against the norms that society places against me and says, you're not who you say you are, you'll never be who you say you are, and that kind of thing. So it's kind of like an internal struggle and also an external struggle to be able to prove that I am man enough, that I am who I say I am. And it's also inside a struggle to prove to myself that that my feelings are valid and that I'm valid as a man and that I'm just as manly as the guy that I see walking down the street or the person that I see walking into the gas station. So to be trans to me is to kind of have that inner struggle of am I enough to society and also am I enough to myself? Being trans to me also is a beautiful thing. Besides the struggles that I face, it also means that I am one special gem, that I am one out of hundreds of thousands of people that is going through a struggle. But how many people can say that they're trans? Not really a lot. There are plenty of LGBT people, because I'm going to leave out the T because I am the T in the LGBT spectrum. There are a lot of gay people. There are a lot of people that identify as queer, but there are not a whole lot of transgender people. And that kind of makes me a special gem. And I think that's a really beautiful thing. And there are a lot of positive things about being transgender. Like I said before, I'm a self-made man. I mean, how many times do you get to kind of build up your identity from nothing and just become the person that you want to be? I think that's a really cool position to be in, so that's kind of cool. Let's see, to be trans to me also, I think means to be able to maybe affect change. Honestly, I can make videos, I can talk to my computer as long as I want, and I have two choices. I can either decide to keep them to myself and keep them private, and maybe I'll keep this one private. Maybe I will never share this with the world, and I'll watch this later and I'll be like, huh, all right, you seemed like you were in a good place when you made this video. You were happy and smiling and you had energy. Whereas some of my other videos, I'm not happy, I'm not smiling, and I'm kind of depressed. Or I'm going to decide to post this video because I think that it could maybe help someone, or it could help someone understand what it means to be transgender and see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel and that it's okay to be trans. Because I think being transgender puts you in a position to be able to share your knowledge, to be able to share your experience, to maybe open someone's eyes and see that, you know, being trans doesn't have to be a terrible thing. It's not a big scary thing, that we're all just people. We're all just people living our lives, trying to continue to get through the daily grind of life. You know, I'm no different than anyone else. Yeah, I'm you know, going about it in a little different way, in the sense that, you know, I have to take hormones to kind of realign my body to the way that it should have been in the first place. But besides that, I'm no different than anybody else. And so I think that I'm in a position that maybe I can affect some social change, or at least I have the opportunity to maybe open up a few minds, because one of my favorite sayings is, your mind is like a parachute and it can't work unless it's open. So, you know, like I said, maybe I'll keep this video to myself. Who knows? Being trans to me also means, that I think I have I cause a lot more stress on the people that I care about, it seems. That I have certain expectations that I place on my family and my friends to call me the right pronouns, to call me by the right name. So being trans to me almost means that I am not a burden, that's definitely not the word that I would use, but that I can easily consume other people's lives with the things that I am dealing with. That it can be very easy for me to get very wrapped up in the things that I'm going through, and the struggles that I seem to be facing every day. Because Jesus, being trans literally consumes your life. I've said it before, I could talk about this all day, that whether it's going to the bathroom, or looking in the mirror, or listening to your voice, or looking at your hands, or am I tall enough, am I manly enough, whatever. The questions could go on forever, and the self-doubt will never end. Those are the kind of things that can kind of drive a wedge between you and family members, or the people that you care about, friendships, whatever. And I think that, from what I've learned at least, that being trans is kind of a test of your relationships with people. At least on my end. It's probably not like that for everyone else, but at least on my end, being trans has taught me to be a little more cognizant of the things that you're saying, and be aware that it's not necessarily always about you, and that you need to be aware of other people's needs. So it's starting to make me grow as a person. I'm not going to lie and say that I'm perfect at that yet. I'm working on it. As I said, just like everybody else, I'm not a freak. I'm not like this weird, like crazy person. You know, I'm just as normal as everybody else. So I'm working on that one. And you know, I don't know. That's kind of all I got right now for being trans and what that means to me. But I think as a whole, it just means that I am me. I'm just me. I'm just Ryland. That's what being trans is. It just means that I'm me. I'm not trying to be anything that I'm not, I think, honestly, is what trans means. Is that to the outside world, it may seem that I'm a girl, that I'm a girl trying to be a guy, or I'm confused or whatever. I'm not. Being trans to me is being truthful to who I am and living authentically. That's literally all it means. Nothing more, nothing less. That's just the truth. That's all.